But what they said was our banana pudding matcha tasted like vomit.
Think that, like you said, social media, they see that you on article and all this kind of thing, then they will think that, wow, they're doing very well, or they see a long queue, and they will assume that, wow, business is very good, must be making a lot of money. But they don't really see the early mornings, like, the moment we wake up, just feel like giving up, don't want to get out of the house. I think that's the toughest part that people don't see. They only see the glamorous side. But then they think that, they want to try doing F&B, but it's really very difficult. So if you want to start F&B, you have to be prepared to work for more than 10 hours per day.
You need to have a lot of mental strength to do F&B.
Correct.
Yeah, if your mental strength is not up there, you really will crash out one. Got days where it's only 1 or 2 customers come in. Yeah, it was super stressed. Then you have to think about paying the rent and the utilities and your staff and everything. Then at one point of time, I really just sit there, just think about life, man.
30K.
Round up $180,000 to start up the cafe. At that point of time, really got think, I think this business 不可以做了. Yeah, and then got think of want to close it.
So everyone wants to start a cafe, everyone wants to run a business, but does anybody really want to do all the dirty work? So today we are talking to 3 young F&B owners from different walks of life and different businesses, and to share with us whether it's a passion project or is it really a battlefield.
Hey.
Yay, so we have Delon from Sandai Fishball.
Hello.
And Bernice from Sweedy, and Cherry from Kiang.
Hello.
So can we have a short introduction for Delon?
Yeah, sure. Hi everyone, I'm Delon. I'm a 3rd generation fishball maker. So my family have been in the business of making fresh fishball yong tau fu for the past 60 years, and I'm currently learning the trade and building the brand Sandai Fishball.
Hi everyone, my name is Bernice. My brand is Sweedy. I own a cafe at Hougang River Court Mall for the past 2 years plus. We specialize in fatcarons and durian cakes.
Hello everyone, my name is Cherry and I'm an owner at Kiang Taiwan Teppanyaki. Before that, I used to fly with Singapore Airlines for 6 years. And right now, I own a hawker store with my husband selling Taiwanese teppanyaki.
Okay, so I think each one of you bought something for everyone to try. So can we have a look at it?
Yeah, of course. Thank you.
Oh my god.
Yes.
I love that you brought the whole gear.
Yeah, very nice presentation.
A for effort.
Mine looks very...
It's so cute.
Yeah.
Okay, so Delon, what do you have?
Okay,
Let's
so I
start.
have my signature 100% yellowtail handmade fishball for you guys to try. Yeah, just cook this afternoon.
I've always wanted
Okay,
to
let's
try
try,
that.
So when you say handmade, it's really like handmade, like no machine.
Correct. I mean, we have machine, but this one that I bring here today is handmade one.
Wow.
Yeah, so why we are special is because we use 100% yellowtail fish. Like compared to other mass market fishball, they use like starch and surimi. Yeah, so this is really only 4 ingredients: yellowtail fish, water, salt, and MSG.
Ooh.
Yep. So shall we try?
Okay.
Let's do it.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Oh, okay, cheers.
Okay.
No more.
Don't have the fishy taste like the usual fishball outside.
Happy to hear. Yeah.
I like the texture. Actually, I don't like fishball one.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I also don't like fishball one.
But how
Like
is
hot
it?
pot, I don't eat fishball one.
Yeah.
But this one I will eat.
Correct.
Awesome.
Legit.
Good to happy to hear that.
Yeah, bouncy.
Because we make it in small batches so it's different. It's just like I like craft beer, right? Craft beer is made in small batches, so it tastes really different compared to other mass-produced beers.
Okay,
Oh, wow.
so this is our signature chicken chops that is served for the sizzling plate. Yeah, and then this is our signature mixed sauce. It's a combination between mushroom and black pepper. It's personally my favorite lah. So, yeah.
Okay.
And then this is also like tanping lah. A lot of people actually don't know we sell tanping. Tanping is like a Taiwanese breakfast. But surprisingly, Singaporeans like to have it for lunch and dinner. Yeah, when I brought up the idea of selling tanping to my Taiwanese relative, right, they were like, why would you want to sell tanping for lunch and dinner? But Singaporeans take it lah, so we are doing it. So this is our signature one now, which is a pork floss with cheese.
It's a good snack, I think.
Yeah,
Right,
correct.
Actually, I never tried before. Very
Hi,
curious
hello.
dumpling. Yeah.
I love it in Taiwan.
Yeah, and then this is our own homemade
we're gonna
sauce.
try that
lah.
for sure.
Like, to be honest, tanping, more or less in Singapore, it's tastes about the same, but I feel it's a sauce that makes it different. Lah. So, yeah, the sauce, my husband made it himself every day. So,
Wow.
So your husband is Taiwanese.
yeah, correct.
Oh.
He's a
Oh, your
Taiwanese
husband is
chef.
Taiwanese. Oh, okay. Then
Taiwan,
everything makes sense now.
So previously you were a bit confused with it.
I was like, oh, okay, unique.
Yeah.
Random but okay.
Yeah, oh, it makes
No
sense now.
calories.
No
also.
calories.
I got.
Oh, Suddenly, I tell you,
roti
Singaporeans cannot tell the difference between roti prata, tan bing, and chong you bing.
I'm sure.
It's a bit different, right?
Yes, but a lot of Singaporeans cannot tell the difference lah. So we
Okay,
just
let's do it.
Show the camera.
All right, cheers.
Hey, wait, why you not eating?
Okay.
Or is it you sin?
Can eat.
I'm gonna try this in one bite.
Wait, 软掉了.
Wow.
Look.
Very interesting. Really a bit like roti prata.
Yeah, maybe I will put
Yeah, texture.
Oh, I love it.
Thank you.
Oh, I like this
please.
kind. Yeah. Oh, really? Yeah. Okay, sure.
I'm very happy.
Yeah, I love it. Hey, this one? Okay, sure.
I think it's dessert time.
Yay!
Dessert time
Oh
looks
my
very
God,
nice, isn't
yes.
it?
Okay.
So many variation. Wow. You should show the
Basically, I just
camera.
bought whatever.
Was
Oh my gosh, she bought an
started with.
entire cake, guys.
Yeah, so this
Wow.
is what the brand started with, our macarons and the durian cake. So the durian cake is done by my mom because I don't eat durian at all. Yeah, I
So
cook-
fatcaron is fat macarons, right?
yeah, it's fat
Google
macaron.
it. Yeah.
So at that time when I do this in Singapore, I believe no one in Singapore is doing macarons yet. And then I think people think of macarons, they'll think that it's very sweet.
Correct.
Yes.
So I made it less sweet and we did a lot of local flavors.
Oh, nice.
Like what?
Yeah, like actually now to this date, I did about 98 flavors in total. Right?
Wow.
Oh, that means you really try and test it a lot.
Yeah, because every month I switch the flavors. Yeah, so this one, the current series, is not much local flavors. We have durian one, but y'all can try.
Yeah, let's go on. Cheers, guys. It's amazing.
But you just in
What are you in? Oh.
Your one might still be a bit hard because yours is the last I prepared. Then haven't had time to mature yet.
Oh, I like the macaron. It's not so sweet.
Yeah,
It's
it's
not
not
very
so
sweet,
bad.
right?
All
Those
the
are
macaron I
very
have outside is
colourful.
way too sweet already.
That's why it's very small. That's why this one can be big and
Yeah, a lot of liao.
I
Wow, the
like
durian
the-
taste very prominent.
I like the
Yeah.
crunchy.
Your one inside got the durian flesh.
Maybe
This
tea
one
also.
is
This is a brownie, is it? Chocolate brownie.
It's also mint brownie. Then his one inside is got salted caramel. Then mine inside is got Nutella.
So what were you doing before this? I know you mentioned that you were flying with Singapore Airlines, right?
Correct. So basically, I was with Singapore Airlines for about 6 years, and then one day I just decided to like help my husband out lah, because it has always been his dream to start his own place. And as a foreigner, to be honest, it's very hard for him to manage everything by himself. I think I really enjoyed my time as a cabin crew. The lifestyle is great and all that. But I think during COVID, it made me realize that our job is very short-lived lah. Like to be honest, I think with any other job out there, the more you go, the more you grow. But I feel like as a cabin crew, especially ladies, the more you grow older, like it's harder to maintain that job lah, because we are on a contract basis. Yeah, and I don't really want to find myself in a shoe whereby, you know, let's say I've given 20 years in my company, into a company, and then for them to just like, you know what, I don't want you anymore.
Yeah, that's quite real.
Yeah,
actually,
there's
right?
no career
Some job
stability
security lah.
for me lah. At least that is not what I want. But yeah, so that's why I decided, you know, it's either I find a new job or I help my husband out. Yeah, so I thought myself, help me out first. If it didn't work out, then I'll find another job. I mean,
At least you got something to.
Correct.
At least you try lah. At least you try.
At least I try.
Kudos to you, man. Not easy.
Yeah.
Thank
Not easy.
you.
Really.
Big sacrifice.
So what color was your kabaya when you
Blue lah,
left?
blue. I would say 6 years. Our career progression there is like what? Average 8 years to 10 years in order for you to grow to the
So
next
it's quite
rank.
slow,
years.
It's
right?
very,
Never.
yeah, it's very,
Oh, okay.
rarely you hear people flying for 6 years that gets promotion. I mean, there are high
There
flyers
are,
out there,
yeah.
but it's like really
Understand, very slim lah. Small percentage.
It's a tough life, guys. Really. Okay, next.
What was the question again?
What were you doing before this? 讲一下你的故事来。不要 stress，你吃了2个蛋饼了，你要讲哦。
Mine was pretty straightforward. I was still studying in poly. Then once I graduated, I was just doing odd jobs, mostly events and all, because I don't
What
really.
were you studying before? I remember you say it's quite different, right?
Yeah, I was studying business information system.
Wow.
So it's
so
like
fierce.
IT.
IT.
Yeah, IT. Yeah.
You could have been woman in STEM leh.
Yeah, it's all the
my
guys
God.
out there.
Okay, it's not my vibe because I went to work in the office for a while, you know, those kind of 8 to 5 kind of job. Then really is every day just dragging myself to work. It's just, you know, I hate that cycle a lot. So
you.
end up just quit. Then
break the cycle?
Oh, I just started doing odd jobs, and then one day COVID hit. Then there was just a central kitchen there, cause from my parents. Then, yeah, very randomly just started learning from YouTube after seeing this, because I was seeing a lot of YouTube films and all, seeing that people post about the fatcarons and all. Then Singapore, no one was doing. Then just decided to just slowly learn and then launch up.
Wow,
So there was no
very
plan, there was no anything.
plan.
A lot of courage.
Yeah, the whole
So sometimes guys no plan actually okay one.
But of course, when I just started, there wasn't any business or anything.
Yeah lah, of course.
So it was just friends and family supporting. Then after that, COVID hit. Then my mom launched this durian cake. I launched the fatcarons first. Then she launched a durian cake. Then when COVID hit, everything just blew up because it was home based. Everyone was delivering, ordering. Yeah, so that's where the brand started to get a little bit of recognition.
Right.
Okay. Next.
Okay, so for myself, right, before this, I do a couple of things before lah. I did my own fishball noodle store before. I also started my own self-photo studio before. Then I also did sales before, like regional sales, selling like copier supplies to regional countries. Yeah, before I so-called step into the family business lah. Cause I always like business, then I tried a few things before. I realized that actually every business is tough. Yeah, you think that F&B is tough, you go to another business, you will find a new kind of worms. Yeah, that's why I realized that actually we really do for 60 plus years, we really got a good track record. Yeah, we really paid down like 60 plus years of ignorant debt. So why not just focus on this? That's how I landed in my family business in a way. Yeah.
You never thought of continuing on actually. You did so many other things.
Not saying I never thought of continuing, but I thought that maybe I'm still young because this business is already there. I can try other things first. So I tried my friends.
There will always something be there to fall back.
Correct. It's like I can always fall back to this. Yeah. After I think about it, actually, I'm not very smart also. I cannot really do finance. I cannot go to those sexy industry lah. You go and compete with sexy, like it's not a sexy industry, right? Sure, Taiwan, because I'm not very clever ma.
Oh my God, say that.
I mean, I have to be very honest about one thing. I don't say in a very
actually
sad
say
way.
Those industries actually not say very sexy also lah.
Sorry?
Actually, all the other fancy.
Finance.
Okay, like most people you hear, they say do startup or do business, right? They say, oh, 是做 finance or tech. It's very different. Whereas I say, tell people that I make fishball, it's very different. Okay, yeah, but I see it as an opportunity, and that's why I came into it, because I feel that in Singapore, there's too much supply of graduates. So I think there's very little craftsmen. So I believe that if you master a craft well, right, and you can present yourself well, you market yourself well, I think there will always be appreciation for craftsmanship lah. That's why I picked this path.
This for other viewers. So if you have no qualifications, then you must have a craft. If not, then please find it. Thank you. That's the moral of the story lah, somewhat. So Bernice, any tipping point, any breaking point?
I think quite a lot actually.
Really? Yeah. You crash out so easily one.
Oh, I crashed out very easily.
Would you want to share one of the times where you crashed out?
I think the worst time was I was preparing for our 2nd year anniversary at the cafe.
Oh, okay.
Then
That's quite recent.
Yeah, it was quite recent only. Then actually there was a lot, but I think this was the one that really made me crash out the most.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah, so I was preparing 30 flavors for the anniversary. Usually every month we only come out with 6 flavors. But for the anniversary special, I wanted to do 30 flavors. So each flavor I did about 40 pieces. Yeah, so total it was about 1,200 to 1,500 pieces.
All handmade by
correct.
Damn
So
intense.
because
Crazy.
when it comes to the fatcarons, I'm a bit I will nitpick. So so that's why for the
It's your
anniversary,
baby ma, of course you have
I wanted it to be very perfect in a way. So when I rushed it, hoping that the turnout would be good. It was one weekend in December. Then I was doing live before that, pushing it. The live was okay. So I expected the crowd at the cafe to be quite a good turnout. But end up, I think not much people turn up.
Oh no.
I think not much. I would say it's like super little. It's lesser than a normal weekday crowd. Yeah, so it was quite demoralizing. Then end up a lot of the fatcarons didn't get sold in the end.
What that you worked so hard for.
Yeah, and then I think I didn't sleep for a few nights just rushing it and all. Yeah, and then I think that was most.
Oh, that's quite shag actually.
Yeah, that one damn shag.
For something that you put in so much effort to, more than usual.
That one
A few thousand pieces by hand some more. Crazy.
Not few thousand 1.5 max.
Fierce really.
Yeah, but that one quite sian.
So you mentioned you work for your family business, right? How is it like working with family?
Wow, very tough. I mean, along the years, it get better. But initially, right, 真的很辛苦 because right, I used to be way more hot-headed. Then my dad is also an old school craftsman. He's not like a businessman. To him, right, if you don't know how to do something, don't waste time. But to me, I don't see it that way. I say that if you don't know how to do something, I'm going to do until I know how to do. It's like you watch someone go and swim, you don't go into the water, you watch 10 years to the same result. You're not going to learn how to swim.
That's true.
But my dad don't see it that way. So initially, when I go to the family business, right, like we will scream at each other in the wet market one because I'm very hot-headed. I didn't want to learn. I didn't want to go and do lah. So I really questioned my choices like initially, like is this worth it or not? Because I have a good relationship with my dad lah. Like because of this business, then you go back face black.
I think that's one thing about doing business with family, right? It's very hard to separate the work and the non-work time.
It is. There's a lot of like you need to be able to take it lah. Like for me, sometimes I think about it like, I put in so much for the family business. Like I build the website, all this I do for free on it. I won't pay myself to go and maintain.
Right.
Then you will question yourself like, but my dad never give me extra or anything. But along the years, I feel that it's okay lah because it's for the family. We are Chinese and Chinese Teochew is really for the family business. So you have to learn how to deal with it well. Like 心里要平衡 you must find the right balance. You're not, especially working with like your own family, your husband. You also have
actually
some.
all work with family, right?
So I have a question like how you cool down your temper? Asking for someone, my husband. How?
Cool down my temper. I just sleep it off lor. I sleep off already, right? Then I will be okay. Along the years, I also try to have difficult conversation at the right time. Last time I very 直接 one. Like I think we actually tell him when he's busy. The combo is like waiting for trouble to happen. So
I think timing.
Correct, timing and ask at the right timing. And the way you present it to him also. Because older people, you need to let him feel respected. So you cannot command him. You must ask him in a way that like asking for his opinion. So he will feel like correct. So I learned this kind of method along the way lah. And I proved to him that what I'm doing makes sense. I mean the sales shows it ma. So you build trust over time. It's not an overnight thing, but it improves with time. You get better with time.
What about you? What's your experiences with your husband?
I mean, like in general, any couples when together they really quarrel. Let alone couples that work together. They're seeing each other 24/7. So at the very start, it was definitely very challenging lah because the brand is still new. There are a lot of new things that we are dealing with. So a lot of times he just like flare out in front of the store lah, which is not very nice lah. Like because we have like people coming from different places of Singapore to support us, and for them to witness that is not very nice.
Got people witness before?
Have lah, and then they like complain
What they complain
What
they complain about?
Complain Google review, but I think on Facebook, like Facebook comment, they're like, don't support this store. The husband is
serious.
Is not very nice. Like
social media comments can be quite crazy, especially.
But no choice lah. And because my husband don't know English, the thing is my husband don't know English, so he never saw those comments. It was me. It was me who saw those.
But did you tell him?
No lah, I have to protect him lah.
Oh, you mean after this day he doesn't know?
Maybe after this podcast he will know lah.
Okay.
But you see, he don't know English, right? Then maybe he won't understand.
Maybe.
So moving on. So when you guys first started, what was the rent situation like? The rent situation like in terms of like
rental. Right. I think for me, my location is not the most fantastic lah. So Woodlands, it's still manageable lah.
Actually, Woodlands quite happening leh. Okay leh.
But still pretty far from most part of Singapore. So our rental is pretty much manageable. Like in all in because like for hawkers they have different tiers, like the base tier, and then they add in like cleaning fees, miscellaneous fee, and all that. So 加到来差不多 about 4.5k
per month.
4 to 5 around.
How much do you pour in at the start?
30k. Yeah.
For you, Bernice?
Mine is started at Palikat, the central kitchen. The one I was like mentioning to you guys. So the central kitchen, my parents helped me to start up was 30,000 also. 30,000. But if you want to talk about the cafe,
please share with us the cafe. We've heard this already, by the way, but we would love to hear it again.
So basically the cafe was whatever we earned during COVID, then to bring forward was round up $180,000 to start up the cafe. Which was, I think, a very, very big mistake.
Okay lah, but you balled out lah, that one. Baller.
Yeah man, damn daring. Someone no experience, super fierce.
Yeah, that one is really very, very big.
Leap of faith lor.
Really leap of faith, but end up got faith
or not in the end?
She's still here.
Still here, so yeah.
Delon, how about you?
For me, okay, because we are all located in a hawker center, so not so bad lah, because it's a area where it's controlled, like the rent. So I don't really have this issue. But for my latest project that I shared with you guys, right, Q3, I'll be opening a Yong Tau Fu store. That rent will be a bit higher lah. So that is a bit scary.
A bit different, right?
It's a bit different because the thing is that I cannot keep working in the business. I want to work on the business to try to commercialize it lah. Yeah, so I need to go to a place where you can really hire people properly. Yeah, because for hawker store, you have to be there all the time. It's a regulation. Yeah.
So you want to be a bit more hands-off lah at some point of time?
Yes. I mean, I love doing what I do lah, but it has to be detached from me and my family. Because I feel a bit bad, frankly, because I feel that because of me, right, my dad want to retire already. He's semi-retired. Because of me, his work will increase. So I feel I feel that I need to get it to a certain scale so you can hire people and have a small CK to be able to let them have a better life lah. If not now, because when you're small and you're growing, right, it's the most 辛苦 one. You got to do everything yourself.
Correct.
The prepping, all this, bo pian ma. Yeah, it's unless they totally don't do, but I want to do. You want to preserve the family business.
Okay, so speaking of spaces, big shout out to our sponsor, The Social Chamber. It's a private cinema space where you can you can book hourly with rates as low as $9.90, where you can bring your friends, family and dates just for a chill movie day or play board games, and it's located right next to Chinatown MRT. So what was the first thing that you guys ever sold, ever put out? Like what was the first dish that you guys ever sold? Item, dish, thing.
I think for me, it was pork chop.
Pork chop?
Yeah, it was pork chop. And the thing is, the pork chop wasn't even nice.
Oh, no.
Yeah, like I think when we first R&D, right, the pork that we used and the one that the supplier eventually gave us is different. Even though they have the same name, even though they come from the same country, but it's different. Yeah, so when we presented up to our customer, the taste was off lah. And then the customer was very sweet lah. He was like, oh my god, I think the pork chop 有点硬啊，不可以. And I was like, oh my god, how? Then immediately then I told all my customers, I say, oh, 我们今天猪排卖完了。At 12点卖完猪排，怎么可能 right? Yeah, actually 只卖一个。Then we quickly, we just like sell whatever you have, like chicken chop, halibut and all that. And then at the end of the day, we faster like R&D, see how we can better do that piece of pork chop before we continue selling.
No, but do you go and ask the supplier?
Have. But the thing is, 就是这样，我 supplier 给就是这样啊。You have to work with it.
I mean, just yesterday.
Fresh.
This one damn fresh. Yeah, but they removed it on not yesterday, just last weekend. They removed it on the Google review already. But what they said was our banana pudding matcha tasted like vomit. And then it's just paying this amount for vomit. And then they also said, you try, you cry.
Wow, I think it's a competitor.
You said, you try, you cry. Then I was like, okay, sure. Yeah.
Cry long.
Yeah, then I cry. No, I don't. Never lah.
Okay, that was one of our crash outs lah. One of our many, is it?
Yeah, one of the many.
One of the many. How about you?
For me, I wouldn't say it's nasty comment. Like, usually I will always make an effort to go up around, to speak to our customer, to like thank them and ask them for feedback lah. And then most Singaporeans will be like, 好吃这样子. The ones that I really don't know how to put myself across are the ones that like I already asked him, 你好，今天餐点部分味道还可以吗? Then they're like, then I don't know how to continue conversation.
Oh no,
I'm
they cut you off.
No, they never tell me. They just
Cold.
Yeah. Then I'm like,
role play like.
Yeah. 你好，请问今天餐点部分味道还满意吗？好，谢谢你啊，欢迎下次再来。Yeah, as in the awkward. Yeah, it's really very cool. Like you can just tell me, 我觉得还好。you feel like they have something to say, but they just don't say in front of you, and it just makes sense.
I think Singaporeans are non-confrontational.
Yeah.
Don't say online. Online different. Online everybody warrior.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you think is the part of the business that nobody sees? Like everybody see all the, the fun, the social media, all the... What do you think is the part that people don't see? And what is it that you all want to sort of like shed some light on?
I think that personally, I feel that people always think that, like you said, social media, they see that you on article and all this kind of thing, then they will think that, wow, they're doing very well, or they see a long queue, and they will assume that, wow, business is very good, must be making a lot of money. But they don't really see the early mornings, like, the moment we wake up, just feel like giving up, don't want to get out of the house. Yeah, it's really brutal, like, do the same thing every day. Yeah, and I think that's the toughest part that people don't see. They only see the glamorous side. But then they think that, they want to try doing F&B, but it's really very difficult. Yeah, there's a lot of things involved, there's a lot of costs involved, there's a lot of prep work involved. Yeah, they see that we only sell from 6 to 10, they think it's very short operating hours, but they never see 11 o'clock.
Prep, right? The prep is crazy.
Correct, 7 to 8 hours of prep. So
that's why we ask you all here to share with the audience.
Correct, minimally per day is 10 plus hours one.
Correct.
So if you want to start F&B, you have to be prepared to work for more than 10 hours per day.
Heard that?
You need to have a lot of mental strength to do F&B.
Correct.
Yeah, if your mental strength is not up there, you really will crash out one. Like me. Yeah.
Okay, but you're still quite strong because you're still here, ma.
Yeah, no, it's really pushed through a lot. But like what he said, it's really every day you wake up super early to prep and then you do until very, very late. Then 回家 also, you got no time to really spend to just wind down and chill because once you sleep,
fast paced law.
Yeah, you just wake up and repeat again. And then you don't really have a proper off day because the moment you like even on your off days, you're still thinking about business.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's no.
I think that's the thing about being business owners, right? Yeah.
Correct. There's no time to really rest one.
So how much content do you actually create? Like, would you say on like a weekly basis?
I try three content a day. A week. 3 content a
that's
week.
actually quite a lot also. For me,
to be consistent.
Yeah, to be consistent, 3 contents a week.
Yeah. Quite
For me,
much.
only 1 video per week lah. I keep it minimum because really don't have enough bandwidth. You do live more.
But you do
fierce.
live,
But
live
mine
every
different,
day.
ma.
Okay, so let's just say mine is live. My content for TikTok and Instagram is 有时间就做.
Understand.
It's not consistent one, but I make sure to post on IG story every day. Yeah,
That's good.
Yeah,
I
IG,
think the presence lah.
yeah, correct,
right?
correct. To let people know that we're still here. But TikTok live is every week we'll do once. I
So
try.
you sell on live, is it? Like the
correct. I try. I mean, I sell on live.
What's the turnout like?
I mean, the start when I did my first live last year, I mean, 就是几个人看 I didn't expect a lot because it's my first time doing live. Then consecutively, it really helped a lot. Some days the live is equivalent to 1 weekend sales.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's so powerful. 1
Yeah.
weekend sales. Wow.
Yeah, as in like the one Saturday.
It's
Yeah,
very
not the
amazing
add
really.
up,
Based on the
Correct.
online sales.
Actually, I started doing live is because the business at the cafe was very slow.
Understand.
So I had to bring it online. You get what I mean? Yeah.
It is one way to do it also.
Yeah.
Well, that means the live really help your
the live-
Down
numbers.
their order. Like on live, just down their order.
No, they can order from, there's a yellow card to order at the bottom.
Yeah, when
like
you
a
live
TikTok
can
shop
got like the you
correct,
can cut
TikTok
out one,
shop.
right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I never tried selling before. I need on live and just do my thing.
Actually, you should do though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's quite fun.
Yeah.
Next week go back, you scroll, you see suddenly he sell fishball live.
Then got one yellow card.
Yellow card there.
A bit tough lah, a bit tough for mine because mine is really in the market. People come and just buy. I have no time to go and talk to the camera, and I need to serve my customer
Correct,
right in front.
correct.
of
Yours
me.
is a bit different.
Very different model.
Because you're very on the ground.
Correct.
Very hands-on.
Operational, yeah.
Do you do TikTok live? Actually, you
Rarely,
sell what?
rarely.
I think hers also hard.
Hers is
Yeah,
hard,
for me
hers is like 先做先买的,
usually I
right?
would do
Yeah.
it when I'm like grilling. I'm in the grilling station. Then I'll just put it there.
Oh, yeah,
Then-
yeah, yeah.
Then they
Oh,
just
yeah,
watch
I
me
do
grill.
lah.
lor.
Actually,
They
that's like
just watch me
content
grill.
really.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct.
It is.
People are interested to see that one.
You see them 职场 one do very well one.
Is it?
People watch one. That's why I got the idea. Just chop my fish, I just put it there.
I see it's a fish ball. No, or is it mee pok? Got one noodle shop one.
Noodle shop, is it in
I don't know where is it, but
Actually,
just
the most random things get like the most views on
Oh,
sometimes.
correct,
yeah,
correct.
interesting.
Because people like just put it on, right? And then they just do their own thing. And then it just runs. And then you see. Yeah, okay. That's nice. Yeah, was there any point of time where you thought that, you're not going to succeed or the business is going to fail and then you're going to be in debt?
God, confirm have. For me.
What was the thought process like? And what triggered it?
I think the cafe was quite slow during October last year, October to December, that period. Then the cafe was really got days where it's only 1 or 2 customers come in. Yeah, it was super, super stressed. Then you have to think about paying the rent and the utilities and your staff and everything. Then at one point of time, I really just sit there, just think about life, man. I really,
not easy life. It's very scary.
Yeah, you
It's
cannot.
crazy.
And there's nothing much that you can do at that point of time also, right?
Yeah, and then that time when I did TikTok live, I think that period was just very slow in general. Even when I did TikTok live that period, it's also very slow. It's not like how I said, 1 weekend sales, that kind of thing. There are days where I do TikTok live, also very, very little viewers.
Like your anniversary lah. That time.
The anniversary live was okay, but the anniversary turnout at the cafe was horrible.
Understand.
Yeah, so that one at that point of time really got think, I think this business 不可以做了. Yeah, and then got think of one to close it. Yeah.
How about you?
I think fail, yes lah, but in depth, thankfully no. Because I think my capital is like different from their league lah. Theirs is like 100k above, mine is only like 30k. And then my husband has been in the F&B industry for a long time, so he kind of like knew. Actually before we start, he already say if 前3个月没有赚钱啊，直接关掉了. Yeah, because in F&B sometimes the more you drag, the worst if it comes.
Correct,
True, true. I have friends
Then
who
really
drag,
know that
lost a
become
lot
got
of
that.
No,
money.
that become got
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Correct.
So thankfully don't have yet.
So you 赚钱 that's why you're still here lah.
Yeah, in the
You
green
are.
line.
Yay. Okay, how about you?
For me, as of now, no lah. But for my new shop, I'm a bit worried lah because the capex is quite high. It's also above 100k. I think the start is okay. There's no debt involved. But let's say that I'll reach a point whether, like she say lah, after the first 3 months, let's say that it's not doing well, right?
Yeah.
Do we want to go and take up debt to go and keep it running? Because I feel that although what she said is right, the first 3 months you will 大概懂 whether can make it or not already. But I still feel that sometimes, right, you need some time to hit the right spot.
True.
Yeah, like for the customer to really keep coming back lah. Sometimes you need the time to go and build also. And I already pour in like so much money to go and start this thing already there. Should I just give up after 3 months?
I feel 3 months not enough.
Exactly. I think at least
Yeah,
need
3
6
months, 3 months
yeah.
We
really
say
not
3 to
enough.
6 months.
I think at least 3 to
minimum
6 months lah.
to me,
Correct.
for me to gauge is minimum
Correct.
6
So I think the
months.
answer is very clear. Lor. I think if the business is good, 不要讲 lah. But if not good, then I think I probably need to take up debt lah. But I have a target for it, a limit that I'm willing to.
Okay, so we will circle back to you lah once the shop open.
Okay.
Okay, you'll find yourself back in this seat again a couple months later, I think, to share a little bit more.
Hopefully it's good news by then.
Have you all ever had to pay your staff before you pay yourself?
Oh shit, is this me?
I mean, it's
Oh, really?
anybody's. Right?
You
You
are the
reacted
biggest
first, so can answer
operation.
first.
Yeah, have. I mean, even up till this point, I don't really take my own salary. Yeah, because at the end of the day, it's more like I want to build the company's
The brand.
the brand and all. So I don't really take much myself. And of course, all the time have to pay salary first,
Yeah,
staff
of course.
salary ma.
Definitely.
Yeah, but for mine is I don't really take much myself also.
But how do you sustain? But you got take a salary, a small one at least. You know how do you sustain it today?
To
2 years.
sustain as in 就是 those things to day-to-day necessities, that kind of
Understand.
thing. But most of the time is the business
But
first.
respect. Not people can take it for 2 years one.
Yeah.
Some people after a few months they just bye already.
看不到钱呢 Yeah,
Correct,
as in like
correct,
personal
correct.
account 看不到钱就
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it the same for the both of you guys too?
For me, I operate as a company lah, so we are considered employees of the company as well. So by law, we need to pay ourselves lah.
Okay.
Yeah, but for my husband and I, we don't take like a lot. Yeah, it just like also likewise are basic, and then whatever profits that the company earns, it remains in the company lah. So the
Correct,
next time
correct.
when we are ready for expansion, we have a pool, we don't have to fork out
Yeah,
again.
yeah.
that's
Correct,
true.
correct.
Important to
correct.
build up the capital.
It is to roll lah, the money to roll. That's the key point of
At least
business.
at the point of time when you need it, there's like liquid.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, cash flow is the most important.
Is there any point of time where you all feel burnt out? Like, 真的很累啊.
Every day.
my gosh, she's burnt out every day,
Yeah,
guys.
every day.
Pat her on the
goodness.
back.
Every day you wake up, you question audition.
Yeah,
Wow,
correct.
how do I keep going
even
on?
though I wake up like, cause ours is lunch and dinner club, but we don't operate in the morning, so I wake up like 8:30. Even still, I still,
yeah.
because like, by the time I reach home, it's already 11 plus.
Correct,
so it's
correct.
like,
Correct.
Yeah,
shag
the time
also.
you have for yourself is very
It's very little,
right?
very
Yeah.
little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think for hawker, you wake up much earlier, right? As in
Correct.
for
Morning
dinner
crowd,
next.
yeah.
Yeah, then when you go back to sleep, right, it's where people is going out to have fun. Then when you're gonna see, you go scroll Instagram, wow, like all my friends enjoying it. Then I
Do you
say,
ever feel
question myself.
FOMO?
God.
Starting, yes lah, for sure lah. Because you see all my friends like having fun and all. But eventually I learned to live with it lah, because I know that is what I want and it's aligned with my
It's
goal.
a different path lah that you're...
Correct. Yeah.
FOMO ah.要出去玩啊.
Yeah. No, I feel like because before I started Sweedy, I like to go out a lot. Yeah, I hang out with a lot of friends. I like to catch up with a lot of people. But after I do this business, the social life really cut off. It's like you really have to sacrifice your social life.
Wow. Was it hard to like get used to it? Because from someone that's always like social butterfly, then suddenly you just don't go out at all, and then you're just doing your work and all that.
Before I opened the cafe, that was the one thing that I had to sacrifice the most. Because when I was still at the central kitchen, I still can go out.
Correct.
Yeah,
Not
but once
really
you open at the cafe, right, you have to be there quite
Correct.
often.
But
And
then ask them to come to a cafe, what? I
Yeah,
asked my
see?
friend come hawker, they say don't want, not very hot.
Very hard.
see, that's the thing. Like my friends are all very okay to come to the cafe.
Oh, okay.
But I'm not okay with them
You're not in
coming
the
because-
mood lah.
It's not really not in the mood because I feel very bad that they always have to come to find me. You know what I mean? Yeah, especially for my best friend also, he's like always like come to find me, but I don't have time to really go out and have a proper dinner or proper meal with him. It's just you come to the cafe, 你看我做工, then
我看你做工, that's all.
yeah, then
Very
go back,
good
then
best
it's
friend.
Yeah, I think this is
Yeah.
one of the things that people don't see also. Like you sacrifice a lot of your own personal time and your
Really,
social
really.
life and all that. So it's thankful to have understanding friends sometimes.
yeah, really. Support group very important.
F&B really, there's no work-life balance, only work-life integration.
Yeah.
Remember this? It's not sexy at all, man.
Oh, describe your hardest day, toughest day. Like the most rabak one.
I feel like flashbacking the days that you
everybody flashback. Right? Like, okay, what is the most rabak day? Wait, who want to go first?
Okay, maybe I can go first.
You can go first, yeah.
So I think rabak, there are like two different types. Like in hawker 啦，有两种不同的累。一种累是很多人的累，like physically you feel so tired because you need keep very. Then 另外一种累啊是没有人的累，没有人也是一种累cause mentally you need to.
一个是 physically， 一个是 mentally，
yes, correct. So actually day in day out 就是这样哦。It's either physical 的累还是 mental 的累，就是这样的哦。Yeah.
How about you?
I think quite similar. It's more like to add on to hers is the one where 太多人, you know. Like just recently that I've been telling you guys, thankfully the cafe has been going a lot better recently. Until the most recent weekends is a lot of people we cannot cope. And then the wait time it adds up until an hour plus.
Oh.
Yeah. Of course humans will get frustrated. So I can understand. But then it's like, I cannot do anything about it, you know. I can only 就是在那里 whisk. Then, I think that's
That makes you more anxious also, right?
Yeah, I really panic while you whisking the matcha. Then you turn behind, you see everyone waiting there, and then it's like ask them to go and walk around. Then it's like, but the mall got nothing to walk around. Then it's like,
which is true
sure.
also lah.
Yeah, it's true.
Right, yeah.
Then it's just在那里 whisk. Then after you turn around, then but end up I got posts about apology for the wait and all that kind of thing.
Will you say this is tougher or will you say cabin crew tougher?
I think it's
不同的累。
不同的累啊，like cabin crew, our 累 is when we deal with jet lags, and then we deal with working with different group of colleagues every time because everybody have different pattern. Yeah, as the 累 here in hawker would be, like I say, like wearing many hats. Like if the sales is good, you worry because you might not be able to churn out that products for people, and then if it's not good, then you worry about the numbers. Yeah, so different type of 累 lah. But I think cabin crew 的累是after all, you're taking pay lah, salary, so it's I think slightly lesser lah, slightly lesser.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely the own chef running your own business, not easy, man. 24 hours thinking about it. There's no off.
Yeah, because the moment you stop, 你没有钱嘛。
Correct.
Yeah.
And it's not just a job, right? It's your life already.
Yeah.
It's integrated ma. And your business can only, and you have to constantly force yourself to do new things or to get out of your comfort zone because the business only grow if you grow.
Correct.
If you stagnate, you're doing things today,
I like that. The business only grow if you grow.
Yeah, because if you're not growing in the business stuck already, you'll be just at this stage if you're comfortable with it. Yeah, so it's really an ongoing process. That's why I feel that actually business is really a form of self-cultivation. You become better as you work on the business. The business work on you more than you work on it.
Only if you got the therapist vibes.
Oh, no. He very TED Talk vibes.
Yeah.
No, I like business, so I listen to a lot of podcasts and all.
Okay. So what's next for your brands? What's next?
So for Kiang, we're actually looking at expansion, hopefully by this year
Oh,
or
that's nice.
next year.
Out of Woodlands.
Out of Woodlands, yeah.
So we never say Woodlands not good.
Hopefully somewhere nearer Heartland,
So you
Sengkang,
will be
Punggol.
coffee shop
Sengkang, Punggol.
model or you will be going to
Coffee
different
shop
format?
also lah, coffee shop. Yeah, at the moment lah, because we feel like at least the capital investment is not that high. Yeah, and then that is our plan for the coming years lah. And then hopefully our ultimate vision is we can even branch out, not just limit to Taiwanese Teppanyaki, but under the brand we can do like others. The Taiwanese they have a lot of good
Correct.
food.
So many dishes,
other
right?
things we can do.
I think mostly just 顺其自然. Yeah, when the time comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I realized Bernice don't really have a plan when she does things. Right? She just sort of goes with it, right?
Yeah, because like I said, I don't have any experience in F&B prior to doing Sweedy. I just really, of course I do have a lot of plans in my head and all, but because I know I can't execute it yet, I don't want to go and think so much about it yet.
Understand.
So that's why I said 顺其自然. When the
you
time,
go with the flow is good lah.
Yeah, when the
sometimes.
time comes,
you will know.
Yeah, I will know.
You will know.
Yeah.
That's when you start to flashback all your ideas and start to play it out,
then
right?
just go for it lor.
Go for it, guys.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
How about for Sandai or for you?
So for me, the next thing will be the new retail shop that I said lah. So why we decided to open is because like
It's a Yong Tau Fu.
correct, it's a
store,
cool
right?
Yong Tau Fu store.
Ooh.
Yeah, but in a mall lah.
Okay,
But I wouldn't
okay.
say which mall now lah. So long story short, some background context because recently we do like a collaboration with Lawang Claypot, like a restaurant.
Yes, we saw.
Yeah, so the response was very good. So I tracked the sales data ma. So it's a strong enough proof of concept for me that this is a viable model. And a lot of people actually say that actually your fishbowl is very good, but no matter how good is it, right? Some people just won't go to the market early in the morning to go and buy and then go back to go and cook. Yeah. So I thought about it for a long time. It's like, if not now, then when? Now I'm 27. I got 3 more years, right, to go and try properly. So that's why I plan to start this retail arm where people can have the full experience of trying our food, like the full range lah. Yeah. So
you're bringing the convenience factor.
Correct.
I think that's quite helpful.
So it's like a flagship. So you go there, you can try the 100% yellowtail yung tofu. Then from the 1960s, like authentic one, to really try our flavors. So my focus will be on this for the next 1-2 years, because I don't think it'll be easy. I think you will need at least 1 year to stabilize the operations over there. So that will be my focus for now. Nothing fanciful.
Okay, we'll see you next year.
But exciting. Damn exciting.
Yeah.
See when is it? Q3.
Q3, 1st of September opening.
Okay.
Yeah, so now
we'll keep a lookout
September
for that.
plus 6 months later. Yeah, then
correct.
it's roll out.
If I disappear, means 欠钱跑路了.
I just message.
No lah,
Are
don't
you
worry.
okay, bro?
I'll be fine.
Yeah, I think that's all we have for today. Yeah, so thanks for joining and thanks for sharing, you guys. And please remember to like and subscribe and follow all our owners on their socials.
Yay!
All right,
Thank you
guys. Bye-bye.